LA police are searching for a murder suspect who they say attacked 3 co-workers. The attack took place at an adult-oriented business near Havenhurst and Satakoy in Van Nuys.
So as you can hear, people here just stunned at everything that has occurred. Now the suspect is on the loose. Officers believe that he left here.
Stephen Hill armed with a samurai sword, police say, and they say he's threatening to kill himself. It all began around 9:30 this morning when a resident spotted Hill and his SUV, recognizing him in the vehicle.
This is my community, my neighborhood. It matters to me, and I feel it's my duty to defend it. I may have saved somebody's life that day. It's a sad story, but when a human being is a risk to others, you must treat him as a risk. You must.
You're doing great. Don't be afraid to smile a little bit too.
You know, I'm stiff as a board.
You look serious.
I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little serious.
You're great. Why be nervous? It's only you. You only got to be you.
Yeah, but you know how hard that is?
Hi, my name is Matt Cope. I was born in Santa Monica, California in 1948. And I live in West Hills, California, and have for the last 30 years. West Hills is on the very west end of the San Fernando Valley. It's a rural area, and typically my friends say, oh, that's the place where they drop off all the old refrigerators and mattresses.
The area was kind of built up in the 20s, and it used to be a place where you could go camping and go pheasant hunting.
I love it here. I came here, the house was pretty dilapidated and had broken windows, and you could see blue sky through the roof in the living room, and I looked at my wife and I said, perfect, we'll take it. Typically my routine is I'll make coffee and then I sit down and read the newspaper every morning. And so I'm reading the paper and I'm going through and I see an article about a samurai murderer, and I saw that it stated that samurai killer kills co-worker with a sword in a porno studio. And it's in Van Nuys, which is only about 5 or 6 miles from me.
Park, and it is unit number 8, which, as you can see here, belongs to a company called Ultima DVD. This company is located about halfway down here in this industrial park. It's an adult video distribution business, but allegedly there was filming going on here as well. Now, last night the suspect came here and attacked the people inside with what is described as a samurai-type sword. 1 person was killed and 2 others injured. Police have...
And I thought to myself, that guy's got to be desperate, because to kill somebody and then be on the loose, you know, he's got nowhere to go. Saturday, I head out and I go through my hike and I come around the last portion of the home stretch, and I have 2 different paths that I can take. I can either go the low route or the high route. And as I'm looking up, I see there's a car that's parked on the top of this hill. I wonder if it's possible that this is this samurai guy, because I see the car and it's the color that they described and it's the model. And as I'm getting closer, I've got about 20 feet between where the rocks are, where the trail is, and where the car is, and I'm going through there. He hears me. Yeah. And he starts to rustle, and I see him start to kind of wake up, and as he does, he's laying and he looks up like this, and I see that where he's laying is on this sword.
Did you lock eyes with him, or?
No, because as soon as he started to look at me is when I looked away. So anyways, I turn, I look, and I see the license plate number, so I memorized the last 3 digits. And in doing that, I'm down the hill. I come in, I get on my computer, I'm thinking, I'm gonna Google this crime and see if this is the guy. And I see the license number, and I think, this is the dude, this is the guy, man, and this, you know. And I kind of look out the window thinking, this is a freaking murderer in my neighborhood. And so I dial 911, they get on, and they, hey, what's the crime, or what are you reporting? And so I said, I found the samurai sword killer in my neighborhood. I went outside waiting for the police to come. Less than 5 minutes, a black and white comes up and stops. But you should have backup here. This is like, you can't go up there by yourself. He said, well, don't worry, I got backup coming. And as I turn and look, there's like a series of maybe 20 black and white police cars. And this guy tears up the street, next car, next car, next car, next. It's just a wave of black and white police cars going up this single road up to the top of this hill. They're filling the street up with police cars. Thinking this is gonna be a traffic jam. I can hear the dialogue too. I can hear the psychologist, police psychologist, trying to talk this guy out of jumping.
They are trying to convince him to give himself up, but so far he is absolutely refusing. Again, this standoff now in the 7th hour.
They're trying to figure out how to get him, whether they should try to tase him, whether they should lasso him.
That if we deploy less lethal right now, we may send him over. And that is exactly what we don't want to do.
They go to try and rush him. That's right, they shot him with a taser but missed. So anyway, so that didn't work. So then they tried this rope method. And when they threw it, he jumped. And boom. 30 feet, 40 feet down, he hit and then tumbled, and I killed him.
Suspect falling down that cliff after being shot by less lethal methods by the LAPD. That is when paramedics rushed in to treat him.
Boom, dead. That ended it. And so sad because, you know, it's a life. The guy, he was somebody's baby at one point, you know, it's just sad. One of the detectives spoke to the father, and I spoke to him briefly and said, I'm sorry about what happened. And he said, well, he never really had much of parenting. Well, let me say this, as I believe as citizens, we need to participate in our community and be part of it.
Of course, I wish the outcome of my defense didn't have such a sad ending. Nobody's born a criminal. Nobody's born a killer. But when it comes to dealing with a killer, and if they're in your community, then obviously you have to ignore any sort of sympathy. As a citizen in your community, you've got to look out for others. You just have to.